Hello everybody. This is Sienna from Divine Black Feminine and welcome to my Instagram. So today I'm going to be doing a reading on Venus going direct on September 3rd. So we're finally going to be out of Venus retrograde. So hopefully you guys have learned a lot from Venus retrograde. Venus is the planet that rules romance, all types of relationships as well as money. So you guys may have been called to reassess some things in that area. If you're not sure what things you may have had to reassess, maybe you're unclear about them, maybe you haven't really fully tapped into that Venus retrograde energy, what you guys can do is you can watch my Venus retrograde reading on my YouTube channel to hopefully, get some insight on what things you really had to work on during Venus retrograde to start to grow and ascend in your current energy. Okay, so yeah, Venus is going direct. We will still be in the shadow period, though, of the Venus retrograde after it goes direct on September 3rd. But things related to money, finances, love, romance, friendships, and family, problems that have arisen in those areas should start to calm down after September 3rd, okay? So it would be a really good idea for you guys to do some sort of cleansing on September 3rd to clear out any energies that were associated with Venus retrograde, okay? So that you can start a new chapter in love, money, friendship dynamics, or family dynamics, okay? So it would be really good for you guys to work with the crystal selenite to do that. You can also use some cleansing herbs like mugwort, rosemary, or juniper in order to cleanse your space. You can also use clear quartz to cleanse things in your spaces as well. Okay, so we really want to cleanse things in our spaces, and then after cleansing, we want to protect our space from those Venus retrograde energies from entering our lives again, okay? Because we want to close out those negative patterns that arose during Venus retrograde, okay? We don't really want to revisit them right now, especially in the fall. We want things to slow down a little bit. Venus was retrograde in Leo, so it was a very summery energy. It was a very go, go, go type of energy. So because of that, it would be good for you guys to work with protective crystals as well, like black tourmaline, okay, or even obsidian, so that you can, protect yourselves from taking in any negative energies that you became aware of during Venus retrograde, okay? So that is really important. All right, guys, so let's get started with the reading now. So I'm using the Magical Nordic Tarot today. So we're going to see what we need to know for Venus going direct. So let me just see here. What do we need to know for Venus going direct? All right, here we go. All right, 8 of Swords. Okay, so there's still going to be a little bit of confusion after September 3rd, okay, because we will be in the Venus retrograde shadow period. Okay, so that means that, problems that arose in relationships, friendships, family dynamics, and money, they may be calming down a bit, but there's still going to be things that aren't super clear about the future related to those things, okay? So you may be feeling restricted still in terms of your money, or in terms of love, or in terms of friendship. So with that, you guys are being called to practice stillness, okay? Because things really aren't going to be moving fast in those areas like you want them to, until I feel like Mabon, okay, the autumn equinox. So I feel like once we're in the autumn equinox, that's when stuff will start to feel more abundant again, okay? That's when we can start harvesting things, okay? That's when we can start picking the fruits of our labor, all right? So I sense that if you aren't experiencing abundance in money or love right now, it's probably going to come during Mabon. So in order to get out of this confused state that you're in, it's really time to reflect on why you're still confused. Why do you still feel restricted? Why do you feel like you can't do what you want to do? What is blocking you there? What is your intuition telling you about these blocks? Okay, the Eight of Swords is very much connected to intuition when we're in this very stuck place. Okay, so we're being called to move out of the mental realm a little bit, because when stuff is unclear or when the future seems dark, bleak, or we feel like we can't predict the future, that's when we need to come back to our center and, you know, tap into our heart space, tap into our womb space if we resonate with that, tap into, you know, the earth womb or inner earth through grounding and meditation to see what those energies want to say to us. Because when we're in the mental realm too much, our ego can create stories about what it thinks is going to happen. And those stories may not always be true. Usually stories told by the ego or by the mind are basically involved with fear, okay? They're fueled by fear. So because of that, because usually those energies are fueled by fear, we need to remember to tap into our more intuitive spaces, our more body-centered spaces and earth-centered spaces to come back to a calm state where we trust where we're being led, where we trust that things are eventually going to work out. They might just take some time. All right. So yeah, just because Venus is going direct does not mean that everything is going to run totally smoothly again. Okay. So that's just a reminder to be aware of that. Okay. So what else do we need to know about Venus going direct? What else do we need to know? Okay. I feel like I want to pick this one. All right. Five of Pentacles. Interesting. I feel like this showed up in one of my recent readings. So yeah. Yeah, stuff with finances still is not good, okay? And again, you're going to be in this energy of lack for a bit longer if your finances have not been great, okay? If you're looking for jobs, you might have to wait a little bit longer before job opportunities start coming. So like I said, I believe around the autumn equinox, which is on September 24th, that's when we're going to start to be able to harvest the fruits of our labor, okay? That's when we're going to basically get things, receive things based on all of the work we put in for the last 3 months or so, okay? Or even the last 40 days during Venus retrograde when we had to reevaluate things. So you guys have maybe been reevaluating your careers, reevaluating where you need to save money, what you need to cut back on financially, okay? So yeah, because of that, you're still being called to continue to reevaluate things because, like I said, this Venus retrograde energy won't be fully over on September 3rd, okay? So yeah, things aren't just going to magically get better on September 3rd, okay? No one's going to be waving a magic wand and then, you know, all our problems related to money, finances, and career are going to be solved, okay? That's not going to happen. It's going to be a more gradual thing, I'm hearing, okay? So it's going to take some time. And yeah, around September 24th, I would expect you guys to have a better handle on your finances, to have more abundance in your finances, to you know, get that job you've always wanted, or to, you know, start a new career path that you've been wanting. So yeah, just wait a little longer and it's going to come. Okay, so let's get some final guidance on the tarot for what we can expect when Venus goes direct on September 3rd. What can we expect when Venus goes direct? That rhymes. It's so funny. All right, so we have Four of Pentacles reversed, okay? So this is what you guys are being called to reevaluate still, okay? Your work isn't done. That is very, very clear. How can you guys get stable? I see that you guys had some stability in the past related to money, career, and finances, but now that stability has been shaken. I'm hearing that stability isn't here anymore. So you guys are being called to reflect on the past when you had stability. What made you feel comfortable? What made you feel like you were secure? Okay, how can you get back to that state of feeling secure? Okay, what things do you need around you? What things do you need to do? I'm also hearing, how can you work with the earth to feel more secure? Okay, because when you tap into earth energy, when you spend time outside, I spend a lot of time outside, especially recently in Virgo season. I've really been on my green witchcraft game. So I feel like spending a lot of time outside, working with plants, working with herbs in my, parents' garden has really helped me appreciate the earth and realize that we're all connected to things in the earth, and the earth is inherently abundant. So how can you guys connect with the earth more so that you can feel more stable and stop feeling ungrounded? Okay, so it's really time to get outside. If you can't get outside, I would definitely recommend buying some plants or buying some crystals or any types of stones so that you can connect with nature in your space. Okay, because when your space is filled with nature, it helps you feel more grounded. It helps you feel more connected to the earth cycles. It helps you feel like you are appreciated as a being on this earth. Okay, so yeah, I would definitely start working with the earth. I'm also hearing it's time to talk to spirits that are related to the earth. So if you guys work with fae, if you guys work with nature spirits, if you guys work with plant spirits or stone spirits, crystal spirits, okay, it's time to work with those energies and spirits so that you guys can start feeling more grounded and stable when your money is lacking or when your career is lacking, because ultimately those things are social constructs. Okay, humans as a whole, we've created careers and jobs and money. Okay, but yeah, obviously things from the earth don't really function in the same way that we do. We've kind of created those things to, have our society and to survive in our society. But yeah, I'm just looking at the plants in my backyard right now. Like, they don't need careers to make money. They just get what they need from the earth and from the sun and stuff like that, from the rain that falls from the clouds. Okay, so we need to think more practically. Okay, we need to think more simply right now. Okay, what are some simple things around us that can help us feel stable? Okay, and a lot of those simple things can come from the earth. All right, because yeah, you guys are still going to be feeling a little unstable after September 3rd. So because of that, try to think of little things that you guys can do to feel stable up until the autumn equinox. All right, interesting message today. Okay, so let's start pulling from the oracle cards. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to move because it said my phone was going to overheat because I was right in the middle of the sunlight. Okay, so we can get started on the reading again. So I'm going to start pulling oracle cards now. So the first deck I'm going to pull from is the Messages from Your Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. Okay, what do we need to know? Okay, this says, schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. Interesting. This definitely gives me some Virgo vibes for sure. We're in Virgo season right now, and Virgo is all about studying, analyzing, being practical, perfecting things, okay, getting more organized. It's also about connecting with the earth as well. And personally, I've been getting a lot of vibes to connect with the green witch side of me now when it comes to, working with herbs in my garden, working with the different energies outside for my witchcraft. So I feel like you guys are being called to do something similar. So I would definitely look into green witchcraft, herbalism, anything related to earth magic, crystal magic right now, okay, because this is the time to study it. Because, yeah, like I said before, you guys need to start creating stability from within. Okay, that's the big thing. You guys need to stop, relying so much on money and more superficial things to help you feel stable inside, because at the end of the day, we're always going to go through periods of lack in terms of money and finances and jobs. Okay, sometimes we'll be out of work, sometimes we'll have work, sometimes we'll have loads of money, sometimes we won't. Okay, sometimes we might have an unexpected expense. Okay, so when those things happen, we need to start learning how to come back to our center. Okay, and when it comes to things in nature are always here for us. Okay, they're not going away. Okay, there's always going to be trees. Well, knock on wood because of climate change, but hopefully in our lifetime there will be trees around. There will always be grass. Okay, things that we can go out and touch. There will always be stones or rivers, streams, lakes, okay, bodies of water. So it's really time to tap into those things to help you guys create stability from the inside, because I do think that money is still going to be, when it comes to money and jobs, things are still going to be a bit turbulent, especially because I think right now we are in a global recession. The job market isn't great. Okay, so, even though, yeah, we can do magic to try to get jobs or to try to get money, sometimes that magic fails. I know that from personal experience, okay? Sometimes magic doesn't always work, okay? But that doesn't mean you can't find stability other ways, okay? So try to study green witchcraft right now. Try to study herbalism and crystal magic so that you guys can learn how to stay grounded when you don't have things related to money. All right, and let's pull a card from the Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle to get a message from this deck, okay? What does this deck want to tell us today? Ooh, interesting. Okay, so this says root vegetables. In those hidden places where most fear to go is where the most nourishment is waiting for you to behold. Amazing. So maybe some of you guys are scared to tap into green witchcraft. Maybe you're not sure how to get started. Maybe you're not sure if you'll be able to identify herbs correctly or mushrooms correctly. I know I feel that for myself. Like sometimes I'm afraid that I'm going to pick something, and I'm going to eat it and then it's going to poison me or something like that. Okay. So because of that, I've been hesitant, I think, for myself to go all into the green witchcraft game, but I keep getting subtle messages that it's really time to embrace this side of me. And I feel like it's time for you guys to embrace this side of you guys too. And I'm seeing that it would be good for you guys to really start a garden, okay? Maybe not right now because we are, approaching fall, but I feel like this is a message that you guys need to maybe start considering to grow a garden in the spring, okay? And this says root vegetables, and root vegetables are really good for the autumn and winter time to keep us grounded, okay? So yeah, seasonally, these are the best vegetables for us, I feel like after the autumn equinox. So because of that, I would really start to stock up on root vegetables, okay? Like, potatoes, carrots, stuff like that. I think beets are also a root vegetable. Okay, it would be good for you guys to eat those, to make stews out of those, all right, because those are going to help you, give you guys the stability that you need from within when you guys don't have a good financial life or a good work life, okay? So yeah, you can start coming back to your center, you can start appreciating the earth more, and you can start weaving your magic into your recipes, okay? So I haven't personally done kitchen witchcraft really. I've only used witchcraft in tea making, but it is something that I'm really curious about. And if you've been interested in kitchen witchcraft, I feel like this is your message to start researching it, okay? To start, getting interested in it and, you know, working with it a little bit more. Okay, you can watch YouTube videos about this stuff. There's loads of YouTube videos about green witchcraft and kitchen witchcraft. You can take classes about these things. Okay, you can read books about them. There are so many resources out there for you guys in order to get started with these witchcraft journeys. Okay, you can even get a tarot reading from someone like me. I provide tarot readings for people to see what witchcraft you should start working with. Okay, but right now I'm really getting the vibe that the collective should start moving into green witchcraft and kitchen witchcraft if you are a witch. Okay, and this makes sense because right now we should be concerned about the environment. Okay, there's a lot going on in the earth. You know, global warming's happening. You know, sea levels are rising. There are wildfires. Okay, so yeah, it's really time for us to start protecting the earth more and caring about the earth. And a good way to start really tapping into that energy is by doing green witchcraft and kitchen witchcraft, I'm seeing. All right, awesome. And let's pull a card from the Archangel Oracle. Let's see what the Archangel Oracle wants to say here. All right, so we have tune into your divine potential, bring the world into harmony, Archangel Sandalphon, okay? So yeah, I sense that a lot of you are innate witches, I'm hearing. Like you guys have witchy energy inside of you that you haven't fully tapped into yet. Maybe you're afraid of it. Maybe you feel like you won't have the right guidance if you tap into it. Maybe you're afraid of working with spirits. You're afraid of what could happen. You're afraid you won't find the right teachers. You're afraid that you won't even be good at witchcraft, or if you're already a witch, maybe you're afraid that you won't be good at green witchcraft or kitchen witchcraft or even crystal witchcraft, okay? But you're being called to tune into what your heart says, okay? To listen to where your heart is calling you to go in terms of your witchcraft and spiritual practice, okay? It's time to not doubt yourselves, okay? It's time to open your mind to other possibilities. It's time to study other forms of witchcraft, okay? Tune into your divine potential, okay? And be the witch that you were born to be. All right, and now I'm going to pull one final card from the Sacred Hags Oracle, which is a very witchy deck. I feel like this reading has gotten so witchy and I'm loving it. All right, so let's pick this one. Ooh, this says Hag of the Oak Grove. Wow, there's so many green witch vibes here. All right, so this is calling you guys to work with oak trees right now, okay? So if you are around a lot of oak trees, if you have oak trees in your backyard, it's a good time to go hug them, touch them, commune with them, okay? You can even take leaves from them if they've fallen down and use them in your witchcraft. If you do use bark from trees, you can, I don't personally use bark in my practice, but I know some witches do. If you do work with bark, it would be good for you guys to take bark from an oak tree right now to tap into those more grounding energies for Virgo season, and so that you can really integrate you know, the lessons from Venus retrograde into your being. So yeah, I sense that you guys will have a lot of good vibes if you guys start working with oak trees. You guys will be feeling very fulfilled in your green witchcraft practice. You guys will feel very connected to the earth. You guys will feel very centered and grounded. I'm even getting the message that you guys should maybe meditate under an oak tree or by touching an oak tree. Because yeah, I feel like that's going to give you this spiritual push to pursue green witchcraft and to have more faith in your witchy abilities, okay? So yeah, it's time to up level our witchy game right now, okay? Because yeah, I feel like Virgo season is always the time to level up our green witch game, our earth witch game, and our kitchen witch game, okay? Because it's all about practical magic right now. Magic that involves us using the things around us to affect change, to cast spells, okay? So I would really recommend doing that so that you guys can really start to see the magic around you in your everyday lives. All right, so I hope that reading helped you guys, okay? So yeah, we're still going to be feeling some Venus retrograde energies, but they shouldn't last for too long, okay? Just remember to stay grounded. Just remember that, you know, just because we're going through periods of lack right now or slow periods in life when it comes to finances and jobs, it doesn't mean that they're going to last forever. And make sure that you tap into that earth energy and that green witch energy, okay? All right. Thank you guys so much. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on divineblackfeminine.com. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye, everyone.